friends. Got something a little different. I got some vintage Williamsburg, or well, as vintage as Williamsburg gets, and the modern equivalent. Williamsburg has only been around since about 1985-ish, and it was just one guy. As far as I understand, it was one guy that was like, I don't like any of the paint, so I'm going to make my own paint. And he set up in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, hence the name, and just made paint. And he apparently was extremely good at distribution because he became a really big name very quickly. This is from about the late 80s to mid 90s, maybe even late 90s, not sure. Golden Colors took over Williamsburg in 2010. But I suspect this is a bit older than 2010 because it still kind of has this handwritten kind of label. I'm not sure if it's actually handwritten or if it's a fake printed handwritten, if you get my meaning. But this is a real oil paint swatch. I did not know Jerry's Artorama had a physical store, but apparently they do. There's not much information on these older bottles. It just says, yeah, that the old address information on it. These things do pop up on eBay once in a while, but they were made to be used, and most of them were used up. So there's just not a lot of vintage stuff. But this stuff, this is new. This I got on Amazon. They still put paint swatches. I like that. It's the same Egyptian Violet. Why Egyptian Violet? Because it's the only one I have that's vintage Williamsburg. And to be honest, I kind of fell in love with the color while using the vintage stuff. But anyway, Series 5. Golden Colors, because they own it now. The pigment information, all the usual stuff is on the modern tube. Not so much these old tubes, which makes me think that it's definitely one of the earlier ones because there's just no pigment information or anything. But yeah, that's just guesswork. I don't know. I contacted Williamsburg. They don't know. It's from before Golden acquired the company. But yeah. So we are gonna compare these side by side. I don't expect too much difference because it's only been like 40 years, 35, 40 years or so. So pigments don't change that much, but we got some Williamsburg titanium white, and because we're going to mix it with some red because I don't think yellow or blue is going to do much with this because it's a purple. So yes, we are going to just have a little look-see at the... I've been using this a lot, quite honestly, the vintage one before I got the modern because I just wanted to test it out, and I really like it, to be honest. Oop, hold on. Oop, there we go. I'm doing good at YouTube. Oh, come on, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna... I can't get the tube closed. I have this problem where I cannot close oil paint tubes correctly the first time. I don't know why. It's just me. I have problems. Yes. Yeah, we got some purple. We got some purple. Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna mix with a little bit of titanium white. That was probably too much titanium white, but here we go. I'm actually quite fond of Williamsburg as a company. This is not sponsored, by the by. I just really like how they do things. Like, no other company has a drop-down menu for free samples. And they answer your questions, if you email any of them, very quickly. Like, I have contacted them with queries before, and they were just responded within 24 hours, unless it's like a weekend or a holiday or something. Well, we gotta clean off the palette knife. We gotta clean off the palette knife. But yeah, Williamsburg, I like them a lot. So yeah. Garbage noises. Okay, now we're gonna mix with a little bit of red. We're gonna put it up here. Because yeah, it's Winsor & Newton, modern Winsor & Newton. And I think I need a little bit more of the purple. Yeah. I don't mind wasting Williamsburg vintage as much as old Winsor & Newton, because my older Winsor & Newtons are from like the 1950s. Good luck getting more of that. This is not doing anything, is it? It's just kind of making it darker. Purple is hard to mix with other colors. Okay. Maybe I should have gone with blue after all. Oh well, doesn't matter. That doesn't make much of a difference, but here we are. I made an attempt. Okay. Clean off the palette knife. No contamination. Garbage noises. Okay. Now we got the modern Williamsburg Egyptian violet. Put it down here. The bottle is a little bit more stiff, but I don't know if maybe this is an age thing that the aluminum thinned out over time. I don't know. That's a thing. Right off the bat, it looks identical. Maybe this is like a tiny, itty bitty tiny, choto, tiny, lighter, but, right now it looks identical to me, which I kind of anticipated. Now we got some white. Yeah. Okay, we're getting there. This is identical. I probably didn't put too much white. I'm actually going to put a little bit more. Yeah, that is identical. This is exactly what I was hoping for, to be honest. Because I actually fell in love with the vintage Egyptian violet, and I was really hoping the modern was exactly the same, so I can keep using it. And I am pleased by this. But we're still gonna mix it with some red anyway. We might as well. We're here. Got. There we go. With some good old alizarin crimson. Alizarin. There we go. Yay. Mix it up with the purple for almost no change. We got it. That's identical. Though I'm kind of curious what this looks like whitened down. This has nothing to do with the test and comparison. I'm just curious what happens when I mix red and purple and then add some white to it, because I do not usually mix these colors. That is nothing. That is still purple. The red does nothing. The red does nothing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So vintage Williamsburg and modern Williamsburg are exactly the same. So it's okay if you buy some Williamsburg on eBay from like the 80s or 90s, because it's going to be exactly the same. And considering it's been bought out by another company, and we all know what happened after Winsor & Newton changed their factories from English to French, and how their quality kind of went, this is honestly impressive, that they just, Egyptian violet's a Series 5 color. Would anyone have noticed? But yeah, I'm impressed, and I like Williamsburg, and I'm going to, not sponsored or anything like that. I don't think I'll ever be sponsored by anybody, but yeah. So yes, there we go. Another little 8-minute video for me. Thank you. Have a good day, everybody. See you around. Goodbye.